The truth Nigerians were not told. Imagine this. You wake up one morning in 2026. You check your salary, and suddenly, your money is smaller. Your business profit drops. Prices in the market increase. And the government says it's because of tax reform. But wait, they also said the reform will help poor people. They said the rich will pay more. They said Nigeria will finally become better. So the big question is Tinubu's 2026 tax reform a blessing or a silent punishment? Stay with me, because in this video, I will explain everything in the simplest way possible. No grammar, no government big English, just the raw truth Nigerians need to know. Let's be honest, Nigeria is not an easy place to survive. Food is expensive, fuel is expensive, rent is high, school fees are rising, jobs are scarce. Many Nigerians are not living, they are surviving. So when the government says we are changing the tax system, people start to panic. Because in Nigeria, anytime the government says reform, it usually means more suffering, more pressure, more money leaving your pocket. But is this reform different? Let's break it down slowly. First, let's remove the confusion. Tax reform simply means this. The government changed the way taxes work in Nigeria. Before now, Nigeria had many old tax laws. Some were confusing, some overlapped, some were outdated. So the government decided to rewrite the tax laws, merge some taxes, remove some taxes, and introduce new rules. In simple words, Nigeria's tax system got a complete makeover. But why? Because Nigeria has a big problem. The real problem is this: Nigeria doesn't collect enough tax. Let me shock you. In many developed countries, citizens pay a lot of taxes, and the government uses taxes to build roads, hospitals, and schools. But in Nigeria, very few people pay tax. The government depends heavily on oil money, and when oil money drops, Nigeria suffers. So the government asked the question, how do we make more Nigerians pay tax? And that question gave birth to the 2026 tax reform. So let's be honest, this reform is not just about helping Nigerians. It is also about one thing: the government wanting more money. Now, let's see how this reform affects ordinary Nigerians.
This is where the matter becomes serious, because tax reform is not theory. It affects real people. Let's break Nigerians into groups. Group 1. Low-income earners, the poor. The government says, if you earn very little money, you will pay little or no tax. Sounds good, right? For example, petty traders, small artisans, low-salary workers, some informal workers. The government claims they are protected. But here's the truth. Even if poor people don't pay direct tax, they still pay indirect tax. How? When businesses pay more tax, they increase prices. And who suffers? The poor. So even if the government says we protected the poor may still suffer indirectly. Group 2. Middle-class Nigerians, the most affected. Middle-class Nigerians include salary workers, civil servants, bankers, teachers, tech workers, small business owners. The government says middle-class people will pay tax gradually, not suddenly. But let's be honest. If your salary is already small and tax increases even a little, you will feel it. Imagine this. Before 2026, salary 200,000 naira, tax 20,000 naira, take home 180,000 naira. After the reform, salary 200,000 naira, tax 35,000 naira, take home 165,000 naira. You just lost 15,000 naira. Now multiply that by 12 months. That is 180,000 naira lost in 1 year. Is that small? No. For many Nigerians, that money is rent. That money is school fees. That money is food. So when the government says it's just a small tax increase, for middle-class Nigerians, it is not small, it is painful. Group 3. Businesses. Now let's talk about businesses. The government says we removed multiple taxes and replaced them with one development levy. Sounds nice, but Nigerian business owners are asking, will it truly be cheaper? Because in Nigeria, the federal government taxes you, state government taxes you, local government taxes you, agencies tax you, unions tax you. Sometimes businesses pay tax in up to 10 different places. So even if the government says we simplified taxes, the real question is this: will corruption and multiple taxation stop? If not, businesses will still suffer. And when businesses suffer, who pays? Customers. That is you. Now let's talk about VAT and daily life. VAT means value-added tax. In Nigeria, VAT is 7.5%. The government says VAT will not increase. They also say basic food is exempted, health is exempted, education is exempted. Sounds good again, but let's be realistic. Even if VAT doesn't increase, prices can still rise. Why? Because businesses may still increase prices to cover other taxes. So you may still pay more for bread, transport, data, rent, and services. So the question is, are Nigerians really protected, or is it just grammar? Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Many Nigerians are angry. Why? Because they feel the timing is wrong. Inflation is high, the naira is weak, unemployment is high, poverty is rising. So people are asking, why introduce tax reform now? To many Nigerians, it feels like this: the government is asking for more money when people are already broke. That is why the reform is controversial. Let's be brutally honest. Tax is not Nigeria's biggest problem. The real problem is trust. Many Nigerians don't trust the government. People are asking, will tax money be used well? Will roads improve? Will hospitals improve? Will schools improve? Will electricity improve? Because in the past, Nigerians paid taxes but didn't see results. So people feel cheated. They feel like this: government wants more money, but our lives won't improve. That is the real anger. Now let's balance the argument. Possible benefits. If implemented well, government revenue may increase. Nigeria may reduce dependence on oil. The tax system may become fairer. Rich people may pay more tax. The economy may stabilize. In theory, tax reform is not evil. But now, possible dangers. In reality, corruption may swallow the money. The middle class may suffer more. Businesses may collapse. Prices may rise, and poverty may increase. So the reform is like fire. If controlled, it can cook food. If not controlled, it can burn the house. Why some people say Tinubu is taxing poverty? This phrase is trending: taxing poverty. What does it mean? It means this: the government is demanding more money from people who are already poor. Many Nigerians feel they are paying for government mistakes. Politicians still live luxury lives, and ordinary citizens are the ones suffering. So people ask, why not cut government spending instead of increasing taxes? For example, reduce political salaries, reduce cost of governance, reduce waste, fight corruption seriously. But instead, the government chooses tax reform. That is why people are angry. Let's not pretend. Tax reform is not just economic, it is political. Supporters say Nigeria must reform or collapse. Critics say this government is insensitive. So the reform has become a battlefield. On social media, some people praise it, some people insult it, some people spread misinformation, and many Nigerians are confused. They don't know what to believe. Let's simplify everything. Ask yourself these questions. Will the government collect more money? Yes. Will rich people pay more tax? Maybe. Will middle-class people pay more tax? Most likely, yes. Will poor people suffer indirectly? Yes. Will Nigeria become better? That depends on corruption and leadership. So who really wins? The government. Who risks losing?
ordinary Nigerians. Let me tell you a story. Meet Musa. Musa is a civil servant in Abuja. He earns 150,000 naira monthly. He has rent to pay, family to feed, transport to cover, data to buy. Before 2026, he managed to survive. After the tax reform, his tax increased, prices increased, his salary remained the same. Now Musa is struggling more. The government says tax reform is for Nigeria's future, but Musa is asking, what about my present? This is the Nigerian reality. Here's the most dangerous question. What if this tax reform works, but only for the government? What if the government becomes richer, politicians become richer, but citizens become poorer? That is the fear of many Nigerians. Let's be honest again. Even without tax reform, Nigeria would still need more money. Why? Because the population is growing, infrastructure is weak, debt is increasing, oil revenue is unstable. So the government is trapped. If they don't reform taxes, Nigeria may face financial crisis. If they reform taxes, Nigerians may suffer more. So the government chose the lesser evil. But is it really lesser? That is the debate. Instead of fighting only about tax reform, Nigerians should ask for transparency, accountability, reduced corruption, and visible results. Because tax itself is not evil. Bad leadership is the real problem. So now let me ask you, do you think Tinubu's 2026 tax reform is a necessary sacrifice for Nigeria's future? A wicked policy that punishes the poor? A smart move with bad timing? Or just another Nigerian scam? Drop your opinion in the comments. Let's have an honest conversation. If you're a salary earner, tell us how this reform affects you. If you're a business owner, tell us your experience. If you're a student, tell us what you think Nigeria's future looks like. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because in the next video, I will calculate exactly how much Nigerians may lose or gain under the 2026 tax reform. And trust me, you may not like the answer.